Hello Cancer, I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your June 2017 Tarot Forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your Sun, Rising, and Moon signs. So let us begin. We would like a Celtic Cross forecast for the sign of Cancer for the month of June 2017. Let's see what we get. Oops. The cards are getting tricky on me, you guys. Like a Celtic cross for the sign of Cancer for the month of June 2017. Feels like the cards are closing in now. And the cards are ready. Your current outside influences, the Emperor, which is a 4, and so this is in part a Cancer card, although it's ruled by Aries, but the 4 refers to Cancer, so that's interesting. The challenge card, the 6 of Swords reversed. The underlying energy, the Hierophant. So far, we're seeing order and structure being indicated here significantly. The Past, the Chariot reversed, and this card is ruled by Cancer, so we're seeing a lot of that sort of energy for you guys, like your own energy so far this month, what you hope to achieve. The 9 of Swords reversed. The near future, the 8 of Wands. Your attitude or position, Justice reversed. The outside force coming in, the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So now we have double 9s as well, and they're both reversed. Although this one is going to be a little more positive, and this one's going to probably be a little more negative, to be honest, but we'll get into it. Your hopes or fears, the Page of Cups, and the outcome, the Ace of Wands. Oh wow, you guys are ending on a very powerful, positive note. So you're beginning the month with the Emperor, and this represents your current outside influences right at the beginning of the month. And the Emperor talks about order and structure, as I mentioned earlier, with it being a 4. It talks about will and discipline and being focused and staying focused. And so these are like things around you, influencing you, people, places, things, whatever. And it's that energy of order and structure, and so there's a good chance that you'll be feeling this sort of way, in a state of order and disciplined and focused. But it could also be that things around you are trying to keep you in that, more or less. Trying to keep you in a disciplined and focused state. And so you're looking at that kind of energy. It might also be like a time of really being bold and doing what you have to do, because like I mentioned earlier, this card is ruled by Aries, and that's really bold, fiery energy, the first sign of the zodiac. And so it might be a time of action and extroversion as well at the beginning of the month. And well, I'm actually seeing a couple of indicators here total for that. So this could be a month where there's a significant amount of action involved and a significant amount of extroversion, dealing with the external world. For the challenge card, you have the Six of Swords reversed. So this is saying that the challenge for you this month will be to not get stuck in stuff that prevents you from moving forward, from making progress, from having good friends and allies, from networking, from exchange and sharing. There may be things that try to block you from doing that, more or less, that try to block you from making that sort of progress and moving forward. And so you'll want to try to make progress anyway. And it could even be saying, with this card crossing over the Emperor, that the way that you're going to do that this month is by being really bold and determined and saying, I'm just going to make this stuff happen. Normally, I think at least more often than not, the best thing to do is kind of more like let things happen, but then there are other times where, like the Emperor teaches us, we need to make things happen, because maybe the energy is just too stuck, as we would see here with the Six of Swords reversed. It's stagnant, and it needs that extra push to get going. Or more accurately stated, it might not need it, but it's the easier way to get things moving again, is to just give it a big push, more or less. Take some kind of action, kind of make it happen, and then from there it should get a lot easier. For the underlying energy, you have the Hierophant, and this represents everything forming the foundation for your situation this month. The Hierophant talks about also order, kind of like the Emperor, but this is more in the sense of tradition and things like religion and marriage, all these like traditional institutions and things like that. And so you could be looking at that more or less like this could be a month where you're really like immersed in the status quo, but it could be that that's what's slowing you down, and that's why you have to kind of take some action to break the monotony of things, I would say. Because the Hierophant, like all cards, can be either positive or negative, and the status quo can often be too rigid and too boring, too monotonous. And so that is quite possibly what you are dealing with this month. And if you want to break out of that, you're going to have to be bold, be daring, take the risk, get your hands dirty and take some action, as the Emperor advises you to do. For the past and issues you've had to deal with, you have the Chariot reversed. And so here we have another card that refers directly to your sign of Cancer. This card is ruled by Cancer. And the Chariot reversed, when this shows up in the past and issues you've had to deal with, well, this would be issues around trying to overcome emotional problems. This would be issues quite possibly around the home and family. And that kind of contrasts with the present. Well, maybe in the present things are more stable again with the Emperor here, but yes, issues around overcoming emotional problems, and in some, I think, more rare instances, but it still happens from time to time, this can even indicate like car trouble or like damage to property or stuff like that. And that could be kind of what's got some of you stuck this month with the Six of Swords reversed here, as we saw. But the good news is it looks like with a little action, that that's going to quickly be resolved, more or less, is what I'm seeing. And if these were emotional problems, well, it might be that in the present you're feeling kind of emotionless, because the Emperor isn't exactly a very emotional card. But even still, the same advice would apply, that, Six of Swords tells you you want to move forward, you want to make progress, and that's what's going to help improve things significantly this month and get you back in emotional balance as well. For what you hope to achieve, you have the Nine of Swords reversed. Well, this is saying that what you want to achieve is the return to sanity, seeing things clearly again. The Nine of Swords reversed, that's really what it talks about a lot of the time, is a return to sanity and clearer thinking, and no longer worrying about things so much. You're saying that you hope to achieve that, and so that gives more likelihood for possible emotional issues that you've dealt with in the past, and maybe still in the present, you're still trying to see clearly in an emotional sense as well as in an intellectual one. But again, something's still like blocking it, because this is what you're trying to achieve, and at least at the beginning of the month you haven't done it yet. This is like your goal for the month, is trying to let go of worry and get back to your clearer thinking and a sort of coming to your senses. But the good news is, it looks like there's a very good chance that you're going to do that. The next card for the near future is the Eight of Wands. So this is early in the month, and the Eight of Wands, this is a very good sign. This is the energy of action, extroversion, seizing the day, getting it done, a quick change of pace, rapid success, moving swiftly and quickly, things going at a quick pace, working under pressure, brainstorming, and in some cases I think even traveling for this card. So it's very interesting. Like, this is why I keep saying it looks like it's going to get better, because here we have this idea of you need to take action to improve things, and well, the near future, here's an action card. So that's the good news, that the probability is that for the majority of you, you are going to take that action this month and kind of transform things more or less. So that's very good indeed. For your attitude or position in the situation, about halfway through the month, you have Justice reversed. So when this card is reversed, well, it's talking about things not feeling fair to you. It could also be talking about, again, a difficulty in seeing clearly. You're reaching for that clearer thinking this month. Not quite seeing clearly, not quite being perceptive, but this is how you're feeling, not necessarily how things are, but it is how you're feeling. You're feeling like you're not seeing things clearly yet around halfway through the month. But the card is, of course, advising you to try to see clearly, to try to find balance in your life. Justice is obviously all about balance with the scales there and whatnot. And to exercise fairness, to exercise good judgment as well. Be careful about the choices that you make, you could say, perhaps also. And kind of unblock that energy by reaching for balance in all areas of your life. For the outside force coming in, you have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is something coming at you, and it's the energy of, well, among other things, monotony and dullness. And so again, we have this idea of things being monotonous, of not moving forward, of not much happening, and not feeling very good about it. And it's also the energy of like something trying to block your success, or trying to delay your rewards or your payoff. trying to delay you from getting what you want. And it can even point to something trying to interfere with you financially. So it's very interesting because first things are stuck, then you take action to help get them moving again, and there is a quick change of pace. But then they're still feeling imbalanced, and something's trying to slow things down again and make things monotonous and dull again. But then these last two cards indicate that you come back out on top, or you come out on top. You come back to the action and making things happen again. And so that's good. It's like there's things that keep trying to hold you down, basically, but they're not succeeding. So that's the good news. For your hopes or fears, you have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is talking about the energy of creativity and new interest and idealism and dreaminess. And so it could be that you're hoping for more excitement or more creativity, hoping to find some kind of interest in the midst of this dullness or whatever, some new creative beginning, most likely. However, the Page of Cups is also very romantic and can indicate like a lover coming into your life. But for those of you who are interested in that or already have someone, then this is like the energy of creativity and new creative beginnings. It's the Page of Cups, which is water, and that talks about things like creativity and emotion, that kind of thing. So you're definitely reaching for that in addition to your clearer thinking and your return of sanity and stuff like that. So that's some very good energy to reach for. But that's not to say it's all like emotional and watery and all that. We again return to this sort of action and extroversion with the outcome card, the Ace of Wands. This is a great way to end the month, and it's definitely an indicator that this is all going to work out, that it's all going to stabilize, that it's all going to kind of give birth to something new. Because what is the Ace of Wands? It's indicating something new. It's indicating the intense new flame, the intense new energy of fire. We're talking concentrated energy, vitality, new beginnings, extroversion, seizing the day, taking action, getting it done, working intensely but enjoying it. And so it's almost like coming full circle in a way, except it's much more of like a much happier vibe overall in this outcome card of the Ace of Wands than what we saw earlier on, where it's like, yeah, you're taking action, but you're still feeling stuck and whatnot. This looks like quite possibly where you break free. The outcome of this month is you're breaking free, more or less, from the things that are trying to hold you down with that powerful, fiery Ace of Wands energy. So enjoy that intense new beginning. It's pointing to the Ace of Wands is basically pretty much always 99.9% of the time pointing to great success. So my final advice and summary would just be to do whatever you have to do to break out of whatever is trying to hold you back. Take action, and the outcome is going to be a very good one. So there you go, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great month indeed. And I also hope you have a happy birthday this month, if it is your birthday this month. This has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Cancer for the month of June 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.